Truck codes are great.
I love it. We could even
I was just gonna
print that too.
Oh yeah.
Print with Canva.
Well, if we print one, we should do it with more handles. But
Oh, I should ask them to follow me on. That's the thing. We thought like scan, take a thing, follow us on social media.
okay. Slides. I just want to make like a Google slide.
Have you heard of us? I have not. We are our honor. We are veterinarians advocating for animal protection issues. We are encouraging veterinarians and veterinary technicians and support staff to join together to support various animal welfare, animal protection issues. So some of our issues are veterinarians against brachycephaly, raising awareness about the harms of brachycephaly. We also are advocating against ventilation shutdown. Have you heard of that? Ventilation shutdown is the most common method of mass killing farmed animals during this avian influenza outbreak. And this is where they seal up buildings, pump in heat, and wait for the animals inside to die. There are less cruel methods like high expansion nitrogen foam and nitrogen gas, but since the AVMA allows ventilation shutdown, that means billion-dollar corporations do not have to put plans in place to use less cruel methods, and they get millions of dollars in taxpayer bailouts when they use ventilation shutdown because the AVMA guidelines say it's okay. And the AVMA is releasing its new edition of the guidelines on depopulation this month, and they still allow ventilation shutdown as a tier 2 method for poultry birds and a tier 3 method for pigs. So we're encouraging people to grab a button and wear it and show everybody, oh my God, show everybody that most veterinarians are against ventilation shutdown. And there was even a poll on VIN of more than 3,000 veterinarians, and only 1.1% said that ventilation shutdown was an ethical and humane method of depopulation. So it's, can I scan your badge too? Yes, thank you. And
You can have a free badge.
yes, absolutely. And this is Nikki Gianni, the famous cetacean advocate veterinarian. And so the AVMA has even bullied and retaliated against veterinarians who are advocating against ventilation shutdown. They prevented me from going to their cardiac humane ending museum and several other veterinarians. It said that media presence would make a not safe place for the pork industry professionals to not to talk about depopulation. And we've been nothing but kind and compassionate and
On it.
but they character assassinated us and said that we created not safe space. So,
Yes.
we're encouraging more veterinarians to join us. You can take a flyer. We have this new platform of Veterinarians United, but it's for technicians to everybody can join and just various animal
Anything for the animals.
And we also, are you on Instagram?
Yeah.
You follow us on Instagram.
The crystal chat.
Yeah,
I know. I'll see you there.
Our honor bets is our Instagram.
How's it going?
And I also have.
Yeah, sorry. I was just trying to make a follow us on social media page. But yeah, we are
If you want to follow my personal page too.
that is advocating for animal protection issues within the veterinary profession. So some of the things is bringing up issues like brachycephaly and advocating against that breeding. Encouraging the AVMA to end the use of depopulation as a approved method for pulling animals during like avian influenza outbreak.
So we all
Sounds
like
seal up barns. I work in shut down the ventilation, and then they pump in heat, and animals die of heat stroke, essentially. And because I volunteer at and approved by the AVMA corporation, Marine Science Center. And so if they take it off,
I work with all of the wild birds in the
they will be
hospital.
incentivized to use that method, and there are
Amazing, and that's volunteers.
really nice.
Originally, I grew up center and came down here because my grandmother.
Yeah, less horrific. So they are publishing their guidelines this month.
Yeah.
And they still.
What kind of things do they come in with?
So a lot of them are hit by cars. As well as some other issues. I'm a
That
student.
seems to be, especially
At WSU,
that seems to be a thing.
my school still utilizes terminal histories in our animal curriculum. And so I'm working to end that and try to help devise other ways. We have an awesome simulation lab.
Avian influenza.
To use the simulation lab for the Lockdown curriculum. I've seen any curriculum as well. Baby steps, but
I know that every once in a while they do euthanize, but
I guess you could.
Yeah.
But,
absolutely.
The same way that we would in the clinic.
Yeah. But a companion bird, I'm sure.
Well, these are all wild. It's not, it's like that. And now I'm trying to talk about.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been really cool, especially seeing some of those birds that come in. We had one owl come in that I thought was not going to make it like an hour, and then next thing I know, a few weeks later, it's released.
Oh, that's amazing. How fun.
I'm only there once a week,
Okay,
so I'm just like, oh, let's happen.
How's the ER been? Like, I'm just hearing so much sadness about you can't afford veterinary care. And
It's not really.
you can contact me at Veterinarians United. You can take this because we also have a student ambassador program. So if we ever wanted to, because I know you have student ambassadors at schools as well too.
Have a lot to do events together, and then we have a lot that are interested in their education and recovery as well. It's fun. It's it's a great way education.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of nice to
Thank
do
you.
a job too. And all I'm doing is going into people's houses.
Thank you.
You checked out the great.
You made my skin.
Yeah.
Cat is healthy.
Yeah.
So
Oh, how cool.
it's kind of cool to see a lot of. That's why you
Yeah. Well, nice to meet you. And yeah, grab
but I
stickers, cookie,
like questions from person. No, but I heard
Thank you.
that perhaps questions are more engaging to get you to finish, and so they don't necessarily emulate the test question. And all of my friends did that prep, and I will say it aesthetically much better. Like I think that prep looked more aesthetically pleasing. I liked the metrics and things, and then, but I did feel like the questions that I saw in Zuku were more similar to the Napoli questions. But like I said, I only went through a few vet prep questions with my friends. But those were that's the main thing. And then I think the length of videos, that seemed like they were more like webinar style from what I could tell on the websites, and I like video style learning, so that was kind of why I went with Zuku. Yeah. Well, I'm giving you feedback.
Yeah.
So I go against the grain, and everyone picks vet prep, so naturally I'll go the other way. But that's a personal problem.
Okay. Did your school buy Zuku for you, or did you?
No, they don't buy either one, but yeah, we have a Zuku and I think a vet prep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
I think we could definitely do some stuff together. To get in front of some
That would be great.
early and often.
Mhm.
Yeah. And students love if school would buy vet prep. That would be great. Yeah.
There are school a lot. We are getting a lot of schools to do it. It's just it takes some time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, good luck with everything.
Thank you. You too. That was gut prep.
Oh, it was just right.
Yeah.
And they were trying to get all schools to buy them or something.
Wanted to know. I'm trying to find. I just wanted to find our homepage. There we go. Making a QR code for this as well. Because I was talking about like talking to students and stuff, and she was like, "We should do some joint like trivia nights." And
Yeah,
let's do it.
that'd be fun. That would be like a fun live stream of just having vet prep trivia. Yes, have some cookies. Have you heard of us before? Yeah, they're people cookies. Yeah,
Never be too.
You know,
and
they are right next to the dog snack.
Yeah, the steer pistol.
have you heard of us before?
No.
We are a nonprofit veterinary advocacy organization, and we bring veterinarians together to support various animal protection issues, like Veterinarians Against Brachycephaly, raising awareness about the harms of brachycephaly. We also published a paper in the Journal of Veterinary Medical Education, which found that the vast majority of veterinary schools still rely on outdated training methods, and veterinary students aren't graduating with enough surgical training, and they're relying on purchasing animals from auctions and biomedical supply companies, and then having students practice new procedures and then ending the life of the animal before the animal wakes up, denying students the opportunity to practice post-anesthesia recovery, which is very harmful. So we're encouraging veterinary schools to adopt a more access to care model where patients actually get the procedures they need under the guidance of experienced veterinarians, and students can learn on animals who actually need procedures and watch them wake up and recover and go on to live. And so that's some of the things we're doing, and we're encouraging vet nurses, technicians, everybody to come together and join these various campaigns. Can I scan your badge? Yes, please. There you go.
We also have a live stream podcast called All Beings Considered, and you can listen to more of our work and interviews with veterinarians working in advancing protections for animals from within the profession.
Yeah. And have you heard of ventilation shutdown? Ventilation shutdown. This is the most common method of mass killing farmed animals during this avian influenza outbreak, and tens of millions of poultry birds have been exterminated this way because the American Veterinary Medical Association allows this method of killing, which means that billion-dollar corporations that have the resources to put plans in place to use less cruel methods like nitrogen foam or nitrogen gas do not invest in the resources to use these methods, because they get millions of dollars in taxpayer bailouts when they resort to mass killing their animals with heat stroke instead. So they seal up buildings, pump in heat, and wait for the animals to die over many hours. And the largest corporations, Jennie-O Turkey Store, Tyson, Cargill, Pittman, they've all used this method when they have the resources to put plans in place to use less cruel methods. And the AVMA just released their next edition of the guidelines, and they still allow ventilation shutdown to be used. So we're encouraging everybody to take a pin and show that you're against this, so that the AVMA sees all of these veterinarians are against this, and staff as well. Professionals. VIN did a survey of more than 3,000 veterinarians, and Only 1.1% of vets said that ventilation shutdown was an ethical and humane method of mass killing. So the vast majority of veterinarians are against it. The AVMA continues to use this method, and they've retaliated against us for advocating against this method. So me and several other veterinarians were denied entry to the AVMA's Humane Ending Symposium sponsored by Cargill. And they said that our presence would not allow for a safe space for people to discuss mass depopulation methods, implying that we are acting unprofessional when we've been nothing but professional and compassionate in the way that we've been advocating for this.
They didn't even let us table at the student AVMA conference. Like I'm a vet student and said want to do what we're doing here, and the AVMA has not allowed me to table at their conference. I was accepted as a speaker for the SVMA conference, and then they last minute canceled my speaking slot as well. We even paid and everything.
I support you. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you. And if you want to follow us, this is our Instagram. This is Crystal's Instagram, and then our podcast as well. I just made it.
Oh, that thing.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Good luck.
Thank you. I feel like everybody we talk to is completely supportive of the thing. It's pluralistic ignorance.
Yes. I mean, there has to be some AVMA people here today.
Mm-hmm. They'll walk by. Have you heard of us? Yeah, sorry. You gotta run. I have a sticker.
You can grab one. Do you mind if I scan your code?
Have you heard of us before?
No.
We are a nonprofit veterinary advocacy organization, and we bring veterinarians together to support various animal advocacy campaigns. So one is Veterinarians Against Brachycephaly. We also published a paper in the Journal of Veterinary Medical Education in August, where we got public records from all the veterinary schools in the United States and Canada, and found that the vast majority of veterinary students are not graduating with enough surgical training, and they're still relying on outdated teaching methods that involve purchasing healthy animals from biomedical supply companies and auctions, and having students practice, and then ending the lives of those animals, denying students the opportunity to practice post-anesthesia recovery. And we want to expand an access to care model where students learn on animals who actually need procedures under the guidance of experienced surgeons, and get to see the animals wake up and see how well they'll do.
Your first day
Where did you go to school? Awesome. We're also advocating about ventilation shutdown. Have you heard of ventilation shutdown? This is the most common method of mass killing farmed animals during this avian influenza outbreak. And the AVMA is releasing their new guidelines this month, and they still are allowing ventilation shutdown, which means that billion-dollar corporations that have the resources to put plans in place to use less cruel methods like high expansion nitrogen foam and nitrogen gas continue to get millions of dollars in our taxpayer bailouts for killing their animals using these more cruel methods like ventilation shutdown. So we're encouraging everybody to grab a button and show the AVMA that we are against this method. Thank you very much. Do we scan them? Yes. Yeah, veterinarians. Just very. I wonder She was like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Like, we need to run like a psychological experiment, a study, not experiment, like a study. Like, what's up with that? Are we wasting our time? Maybe we should be going to like LBT conferences and things.
I mean, the LVTs, RBTs are here, so.
Yes.
But
Yeah, they're like so more. Well, they just their job by definition is more about the animal care, and
but I'll tell you,
yeah,
it's weird.
it's really weird.
What kind of, I would love to talk to some psychologists about what kind of studies we could do on veterinarians for why they are the way that they are.
Yeah, is it self-selected? Is it the process of vet school? Is it?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it's really similar in human medicine as well.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people prefer nurse practitioners over
Yeah.
MDs because they at least had a background in nursing before. Super interesting.
They dug in back in the 1800s. But actually, sat next to
No.
Sweet girl. Sweet girl. Yes.
I need my 360 camera is needs some juice. Is it not working here? I have to press a button. Oh, it's not quite charged.
I'll survive for a little bit longer.
I should be able here. Try this first, and if that doesn't work, let me know.
Hi. Have you heard of us before? So we're our honor. We're a veterinary advocacy organization working to improve animal protections from within the profession. So some of the things that we work on is advocating against the breeding of brachycephalic animals. And we work with veterinary students. I'm a veterinary student myself, and trying to improve the education practices on behalf of the animals. So a lot of us use terminal laboratories where a procedure is done on an animal and then the animal is euthanized for training. And so we're trying to end that practice in veterinary schools. And we are advocating for the AVMA to no longer list ventilation shutdown as an acceptable practice to depopulate farm animals in disease crises. Have you ever heard of ventilation shutdown? It's a method of killing large numbers of animals by sealing up barns and pumping in heat and then letting them die of heat stroke. And so because the AVMA still lists this as an option, companies that use this method are still able to get the taxpayer bailouts. So we're
Scan your badge.
trying to show the AVMA by encouraging people to grab a button and wear it that as a profession we're against doing this to animals.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Please take a sticker.
Can I scan your badge? Absolutely. Awesome. Have you heard of us before?
No.
So we're our honor, and we are bringing veterinarians and technicians together to support various animal advocacy campaigns, like Vets Against Brachycephaly, Veterinarians Against Ventilation Shutdown. Have you heard of ventilation shutdown?
No.
That's the most common method of mass killing farmed animals during this avian influenza outbreak. Tens of millions of birds have been killed this way. This is where they seal up buildings, pump in heat, and wait for the animals inside to die.
Jesus Christ.
And these are the wealthiest corporations doing this. $1-billion-a-year corporations are doing this. And they're doing it because the AVMA allows this method to be used. And
I think that's
the AVMA has bullied and retaliated against those of us who have advocated against it. Corporations can use less cruel methods like nitrogen gas and high expansion nitrogen foam, and they have the resources to do that. But because the AVMA allows ventilation shutdown, they get millions of dollars in bailouts. I'm an AVMA member. I've been denied entry into the Cargill-sponsored Humane Ending Symposium because of my advocacy against ventilation shutdown, as well as several other veterinarians. And the Veterinary Information Network did a poll of more than 3,000 veterinarians and found that only 1.1% of veterinarians believe that ventilation shutdown is an ethical and humane method of depopulation. But the AVMA still retaliates against us, and their new guidelines come out this month, and they still allow ventilation shutdown. So we're everywhere and show that most of us disagree with it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, they're so much nicer than the vets.
God, I wish we had a psychologist here who could explain, tell us more about what is happening.
I mean, there has to be someone who specializes in the psychology of
Show your
bears.
vet student thing.
Oh yes.
Hello.
Hi. Where do you guys go to school? University of Florida. Oh, nice. Close. I came all the way from Washington State. Wow. Oh, wow. Have you ever heard of us before? No. We're a veterinary advocacy organization, and we're working to advance animal protection issues
Can I
from
scan
within
your
the
badge?
profession.
Thank you.
So as a student, some of the things I've been doing is trying to get my school to stop using terminal laboratories as a teaching method. I don't know if your guys' school does that.
Yeah, not so much.
Well, I have records on the University of Florida, and you do still.
I think we use it for research, right?
I can pull up the records right now.
Yeah, most schools don't in the small animal curriculum, but most schools still do in the large animal curriculum.
So this is our paper we just published in the Journal of Veterinary Medical Education in August. And if you go here and then you pull up the records down here, these are all the IACUC protocols of all of the schools. And we can see what the University of Florida does for their teaching methods.
Interesting.
And I remember
I also thought my school didn't do terminal labs, and then
They kind of keep it low.
they do, and that's
kind of deceptive.
yeah, it's really deceptive. So we don't have those stickers out right now, but that's one of the things that I've been working on, and we all talk about the smush-faced dogs, but trying to get folks to be a bit more vocal about not breeding them, because we all know how hard it is for their lives.
Regarding terminal surgery, do you guys have a solution to that? What do you think?
My problem is students aren't graduating with enough surgical experience. And I went to UC Davis. UC Davis still does terminal labs, but I was a conscientious objector and I refused to participate in those. We had an access to care model where students would learn on animals who actually needed surgery under the guidance of experienced surgeons. So I did multiple surgeries, spays, neuters, a mastectomy, and FHO, all on client-owned animals who needed it under the guidance of experienced surgeons. These animals got really good care. No mistakes are made. And it's a really great model that I think we need to expand, especially now because a lot of people can't afford veterinary care. And I think we need to bring more animals into our veterinary schools. And meanwhile, schools are purchasing animals from biomedical supply companies and labs labs and abattoirs and auctions and killing them, which is a misuse of resources.
Yeah.
And I think we could, like, it's more financially feasible for the schools. It's better training for the students to expand access to care. So that's what we're.
And especially state-funded institutions,
Yeah.
for sure, because they are funded by taxpayer dollars, and so they should be more affordable. And I don't know if, like, what year of school you all are in.
We're first years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I've experienced as a fourth year is, now that I'm in the teaching hospital, just like the perception I had was that the prices were better at the teaching hospital, and I think that that's true for like our local practice, but like the surgeries and stuff, they're
I know you have to.
yeah, they're more expensive. And I remember my cat, I thought that she had a linear foreign body, and so I called my school because I was out of town, and I was like, should I drive home and like have the surgery done? And it was actually cheaper to have it be done at a specialty hospital somewhere else. And so I feel like there's an obligation for schools that's funded to make things more affordable. So I don't know what UF does, but for the small animal curriculum, we partner with shelters. And so we all do our first spay on a shelter dog, and then we have a required shelter rotation. And there's just a lot of schools that aren't doing that. I feel like I have an above average amount of surgical experience for where I am in the program. And so other schools could be doing that instead. And then, there's such a large animal shortage that we could be doing that in the large animal world as well.
Yeah.
But if you guys are interested, we have a student ambassador program, and my email's down here. If there's ever, anything in vet school, you're like, oh, that's interesting. Why the school does things these ways, or you want to raise concerns, like I'm here to support you. And if you wanted to start a club and have lunch and learns and have people talk about these kinds of issues, that's an option. But even just reaching out one-on-one for advice on, hey, I really want to participate in this course, but they utilize terminal labs. How do I be a conscientious objector? How do I reach out to the professors? I've had a lot of success doing that at my school, and would love to support other students, especially early on in your vet school career.
And Florida, in their IACUC protocols that we got, they requested to kill every year 52 horses, 20 and or 20 cows. So 52 plus 20 cows or horses, 4 other cows for another lab, and then 52 poultry birds, 60 rodents, and 12 fish. So all, I think, unnecessary killing that could be replaced with more effective methods of training.
For sure. And just getting schools to be more open about it too. I found out about it in second year, but some of my classmates didn't know about the class that they had signed up for has terminal labs until they were already enrolled in the class, and it's like even too late to drop it without getting like penalized on their transcript. And so that's a problem.
Well, thank you for
Yeah, please grab stickers and follow us on social media too. If you want to.
Podcast, interview vets doing awesome things.
Yay!
And
Lovely.
authors and all sorts of.
Did we scan you all? I did. Yeah, Rob keys, everything. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, and good luck in vet school.
And so we got the first years before whatever happens to their brain happens. That makes
I mean, it was already a little there. They're like, no, it doesn't happen at my school. And like, you would like to think that, wouldn't you?
this is
Please take a sticker.
yes.
Can I scan your code?
Have you heard of us before?
No, I have not.
We are Honor. We're a nonprofit veterinary advocacy organization for veterinarians and RVTs and any veterinary professional to bring them together to advocate for these campaigns. Vets Against Brachycephaly, Vets Against Fur. We have a podcast called All Beings Considered. And have you heard of ventilation shutdown? That's Another ventilation shutdown is the most common method of mass killing farmed animals during this avian influenza outbreak. They seal up buildings, pump in heat, and wait for the animals inside to die over many hours. And when there are less cruel methods like high expansion nitrogen foam and nitrogen gas, where they pass out in a few seconds and die a few minutes later. But the AVMA allows ventilation shutdown, and they have bullied and retaliated against us who are advocating against it, even though Ben just did a poll and only 1.1% of vets think that ventilation shutdown is ethical and humane. But we've been denied entry into their Cargill sponsors Humane Ending Symposium because of our stance. They said we would not create a safe space.
And even from the student AVMA, because we were not allowed to table there and bring it up. Yeah.
Grab a button and show the AVMA people here that all vets are against ventilation shutdown. We do not think billion-dollar corporations should be given millions of dollars in our taxpayer money for using these more cruel methods of mass killing. Thank you. Did we scan them?
Yes. Okay. Yes, you've been good at doing it first.
Okay.
I know I need to move my button up higher. I moved it low because I feel like people look at the tab.
Oh yeah, where's my? I gotta.
It's going well. I wonder if we can see how many.
It's crazy that there's not more animal protection orgs here doing outreach because it's a very supportive space.
Why not? I haven't thought of it.
Have you heard of us?
No, but I see a pig and I just got.
Yes, I love it. We're our honor. We
love your shirt.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, awesome. I'm a spay neuter person too. We are a veterinary organization. We're bringing together RVTs, veterinarians to advocate for animal protection campaigns. And so Veterinarians Against Brachycephaly, Veterinarians Against Fur. Have you heard of ventilation shutdown? Ventilation shutdown is the most common method of mass killing farmed animals during this avian influenza outbreak.
Yeah, I've had many meltdowns on my couch over the last summer when I got everything meshed. Yeah, it was. I'm vegan, so it's like
So,
Vegan cookie.
we have special vegan stickers coming, but they haven't arrived yet.
We do have
So
some vegan
come back.
world radio.
Oh yeah, we can give her the. We have.
That's a little
We have for our special vegan friends. We have a radio show out of Houston every other week where we talk about these issues. So yeah, and are you on Instagram at all?
my nonprofit is.
Okay.
So it's sort of me.
What's your nonprofit?
Spay Neuter Nation.
Oh, awesome.
This shirt is like really
Amazing.
Spay Neuter Nation.
Amazing.
And yeah, please grab a flyer. We are bringing together veterinarians on this new platform, Veterinarians United, and encouraging more veterinarians to join our campaign.
If you scan the QR code, it'll take you to, I'll just show you what it looks like. Our community platform, and so we're trying to connect veterinary professionals and animal advocates and people who are kind of all on that same page so that we can better support each other's campaigns. Like there's a group in the UK that is Veterinarians Against Brachycephalism as well, and so we're just trying to create a central hub where we can all connect and support each other. So if you scan that QR code.
Several years ago, when they were trying to, well, successfully, but before successful, outlawing the dog racing here in Central Florida, my friend's side was like one of the veterinarians. She's also a big vegan. She's out in California now. But,
What's her name? I probably know.
Simone.
Oh, I know. She's here, actually.
I haven't seen her yet. But yeah, I'm supposed to connect. But yeah, she was like really, and so that's actually how I met her, was because of the greyhound racing, or like the push to end it here in Florida. So There's a couple other.
Yeah, we have, I think on there we have a greyhound racing because we're connected internationally. So in Australia, trying to end greyhound racing because it's still really big over there. And then if you know any vet students in your life, we also have a student ambassador program where we're trying to have vet students in as many schools as possible who can help organize lunch and learns and bring us to campus because it's so much easier if we're invited by students to share spay neuter projects, issues. Yeah.
Do you work at a spay neuter clinic here?
We work we work in Spay and Save, which is a high volume spay neuter, high volume quality spay neuter clinic.
Oh, where's Longwood? I'm not familiar.
It's in it's about like 45 minutes north of here, depending on traffic. It's in the central Florida area still. People come from all over.
I live in California, but I'm licensed in Florida. And if you ever need a veterinarian, use some spay neuter.
High volume.
Yes.
So I'm going to also pimp out the other company I work with, Slamba.
Solution. We'll be going to the gathering
on Monday. Yeah, because that's my other job. That's my side gig is doing that. That's like my weekend.
Awesome.
Doing that. So yeah, knowing that you're licensed in Florida is definitely helpful because they will fly out and what the needs are. They will fly people out if needed.
Yeah, I love Florida and I love coming out here. I'll spend a couple of weeks and spay neuter and hang out. So yeah. Cool. It was so nice to meet another vegan in the field. I love it. Hello. Have you heard of us?
I haven't. Let's hear.
Okay, we are Our Honor, and we are a veterinary advocacy organization where we bring together veterinarians, animal professionals to support animal advocacy campaigns. So some of the things that we are working on are like Veterinarians Against Brachycephaly, Veterinarians Against Spur, and ventilation shutdown. Have you heard of ventilation shutdown? This is the most common method of mass killing farmed animals during emergencies like this unprecedented avian influenza outbreak. Tens of millions of birds have been killed this way by sealing up buildings, pumping in heat, and waiting for the birds to die. And there's less cruel methods of doing this. Yeah. And these companies that are resorting to ventilation shutdown are billion-dollar corporations that have the resources to use these less cruel methods like nitrogen gas, high expansion nitrogen foam. But it's because the American Veterinary Medical Association allows ventilation shutdown. They don't have to put plans in place to use less cruel methods because they get our taxpayer bailouts when they use AVMA approved methods. And the AVMA just released is going to release their new guidelines soon, and it still allows ventilation shutdown. Yeah. And the AVMA has retaliated against me and other veterinarians who have advocated against ventilation shutdown. They prevented us from going to the Cargill-sponsored Humane Endings Symposium, saying that our presence would not create a safe space for pork producers who are using this method, and implying that we are somehow dangerous and unprofessional. So we are raising awareness about this and encouraging people to grab a button and show the AVMA that more veterinarians and veterinary support staff are against ventilation shutdown. So that's a little bit about what we do.
So not just this, but you guys
did all the different campaigns that protect animals.
Proactive. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And you can follow us on, these are just Instagram, but we're on all the socials at Our Honor Vets. And then you can also follow Crystal on hers. And then we also have a podcast. And it's extreme, and this is just a fun app.
Yeah, it's a screenshot.
Amazing.
Did we get your badge?
I didn't. Yeah. And yeah, we're working on it. Thank you.
I really appreciate it.
I appreciate
I'll
you.
follow you guys.
Thank you.
That's awesome. We'd like to hear things like that. Yeah, great group.
Yeah, and if you scan the QR code on this, it'll take you to our online platform where we're creating an online community of veterinary professionals who are interested in working together on these issues, just to make it easier to find each other and support each other.
That's so awesome.
Please join, drop us a line. Yes.
I love that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I feel like
Yes. I like how we're on the same page. We're like, they
can I scan your badge? Even though you're, I think this works on minors too. Are you going to be a veterinary professional one day? No.
never know.
Never know. Thank you.
At least we can always feed the children.
Yes.
It's crazy how everyone is all about this. But won't.
Have you heard of us?
I'm not. Who are
We are veterinarians and animal professionals working together to
my friend?
advocate for various animal issues like vets against brachycephaly, veterinarians against fur, also normalize it. That's the thing. At least
I tell everyone, I'm like, you have. I can't
This
even
is
not
one of my best
suffering.
really.
Yeah.
That's surprising. And it's like our band in the Netherlands and
I mean,
stuff.
it should be as well. It should be.
Yeah.
They cannot breathe.
I feel like, pluralistic ignorance. Like the vast majority of people are supportive of it, and then
I'm like,
Yeah.
she's not even a stupid person. She's quite intelligent.
if they can excuse it.
I know. She went as far. Look at me.
Can I scan your badges?
What does she say? She's gonna get.
That's terrible.
She said she's gonna get Boston.
Oh,
Another.
well, take an extra.
Just like a drop it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. It's sad. Even in the UK, they're like, oh, I can't put this sticker out. Like, what?
That's really sad.
Maybe we should show the live stream. We're talking about like hardly a very controversial campaign, yet a veterinarian in the UK feels like they can't put this out. Like put it on your water bottle or whatever. Like
Yeah.
that's crazy.
I can't wait to put it on all of my things.
I know.
Tattoo it on my face.
Yeah.
She did bring up a point. It's like, it feels especially defeating when you can't convince your friends or
Yeah.
family, but sometimes I actually feel like they're the hardest to convince.
Have you heard of us?
No.
We are our honor. We're a veterinary advocacy organization, so we bring together veterinary professionals to support animal advocacy campaigns like veterinarians against brachycephaly, veterinarians against fur. Have you heard of ventilation shutdown? Yeah. So the AVMA is going to release its new guidelines for depopulation, and it still allows ventilation shutdown in the guidelines, which means that billion-dollar corporations get millions of dollars in bailouts or money when they use these methods instead of putting plans in place to use less cruel methods, which are the less cruel methods are nitrogen gas and high expansion nitrogen foams. And that's our, yeah. Thank you. Bye.
I'm gonna get my water.
Good. How are you?
Now we forget to be there.
Have you heard of us? And you're a vet student. Where are you from?
I'm
Oh, Florida.
You go to UF? I go to UCF. I'm pretty bad. Congratulations.
So we're a veterinary advocacy organization, and we bring together vet students and veterinary professionals to advocate for animal protection issues like veterinarians against brachycephaly, veterinarians against spur. Have you heard of ventilation shutdown? That is the most common method of mass killing farm animals, and this is during the avian influenza outbreak. They seal up buildings, pump in heat, and wait for the animals inside to die. And they're using this because the American Veterinary Medical Association allows this method to be used, and this means that billion-dollar corporations are the ones who are using it. They can put plans in place to use less cruel methods like nitrogen gas or high-expansion nitrogen foam, but because the AVMA allows ventilation shutdown, they don't have to put plans in place to use less cruel methods. And the AVMA is releasing their new edition of the guidelines this month, and they still allow ventilation shutdown. And they've retaliated against us for advocating against it. They barred us from going to their Cargill-sponsored Humane Ending Symposium. And VIN, do you know VIN, Veterinary Information Network? They did a poll of more than 3,000 vets, and only 1.1% of vets believe it is ethical and humane. So we're encouraging everybody to grab a button and wear it and show the AVMA that we are not rare. The vast majority of veterinarians and professionals are against this method.
And then we also have a student ambassador program. So as you're going into school, we're just trying to help support students to organize lunch and learns and things like that. We provide some like fiscal sponsorship for that. And I'm a vet student too. I'm fourth year.
Thank you.
And so I have also been working at my school to try to end their use of terminal laboratories. So most schools don't use it in their small animal curriculum anymore, but back in the day they would have a dog and then they would euthanize a dog, but that's still happening in large animal curriculums. Almost all the schools in the US, there's only a couple that don't. And it was a surprise to me to learn that my school still did that. And so I've been advocating and helping other students either conscientiously object to participating in those labs or trying to get our schools to provide an access to care model where we do procedures on animals who need it, not animals who are. Yes, exactly. So you can be there.
Yes, absolutely.
Just keep in mind while you're going through vet school, and
Have you heard of us?
that you're like, huh?
Have you heard of it before?
Weird. Like I'm here to support you.
We are and we are veterinarians and veterinary professionals advocating for animal
it helps to
protection
have a student on
campaigns,
campus
like
who can-
veterinarians against brachycephaly.
and like organize
and
the lunch and
veterinarians
learn
against
that people can
and also
will
advocating
come into
ventilation shutdown. Have you heard of ventilation shutdown?
No, all sorts of
This is the most common method of farmed animals during emergencies, like this avian influenza outbreak.
So
Because the AVMA allows it, it means these corporations, often billion-dollar corporations, seal up buildings, pump in heat, and wait for the animals to inside to die. Yeah, there's less cruel methods like using nitrogen gas and high expansion nitrogen foam, but since the AVMA allows ventilation shutdown, these producers have not put plans in place to use less cruel methods.
things better.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you. Thank you. Maybe I'll make like a rotating. I'll just have this play on the loop. Like, I want vets against terminal labs. So I bet I can sign in through our other one. Let's see.
Yeah. And then if you put your thing in our honor teams, I can like print stuff out too. Or, like order it to be printed.
Oh, I can't see any of that. This is
We got 58 leads today. That's great.
maybe.
Hello.
Yeah, they
We're going to Cafe Tutu Tango, I guess, for the SVME dinner.
that'll be so fun.
Oh, join us tonight at 7 p.m. Okay, it's tonight. Okay. Oh my God. So tired.
Yeah, I wonder how to make it. Let's see. You guys can have any
How do I edit this? Cafe Tutu Tango.
Oh, yeah.
And we have to bring stickers and stuff for them. Make them feel awkward. It'll be cool. Let's see what's on the menu at Cafe Tutu Tango.
And you would hope that with SVME there would be.
No. Black bean hummus. Brussels sprouts. Soy chili honey though. Got a street corn. This is much better than last time. That's for sure. This is good. Cauliflower tacos. Things specifically labeled vegetarian.
There should be a way to make this move, but I don't know.
I find find this funny. Vegetarian main food, egg, dairy products, right? The warm guava bread pudding is labeled as vegetarian. The triple cake chocolate cake pops are not. Do they have meat in them? Like, what is? Like, that's crazy. Yeah.
Blue. Amazing.
Did you check this out over here? This is looking very vegetarian-y. Like they're talking about soy and kava here. Oh, I think it's cat litter. I think that's what it is. Love it.
There. Now it. There.
There.
More dynamic.
Oh, Jessica's trying to, but she's sick and trying to get over this.
Oh.
She says, Krista said, I'm watching the live feed. Please pass my information on to the fourth year student. She's awesome. I'd like to stay in touch. Like, which one, though? I forget.
This one?
I don't know which fourth year student. Somebody at 217. Not somebody we talked to half an hour.
I mean, is it me?
Oh. Yeah, if you ever need a job, so she'd be a great place to work too, because she does so much.
Where?
It's in Maryland. So. I thought she was talking about. I thought she knew who you were too, already, but I guess not.
I haven't been around enough, but I plan to be. I want to do more, all things considered. But.
Oh, I guess since I registered late, I wasn't in the whatever brochure situation. Yeah.
Oh well.
But next, I guess I just gotta get on it. I'll register.
Okay, I'll help you.
You'll be here next year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll have a job, and
Yeah.
maybe I'll even have PTO.
I can teach you how to edit with the script right now while we're waiting for
Yeah.
people.
Teach me all sorts of things. I'm sure we have lots of meetings
Yeah.
to discuss.
I'm thinking about, there's been a couple of vet students reaching out to me because I just did this reel of like, hey, are you a vet student looking for part-time work? And 3 people reached out to me.
Send them to me.
I reached out to them and they haven't replied back. less thing, but yeah, I'll keep.
I met with I've at least had like meetings with everyone who sent me. Sometimes they don't join and lurk, which is fine. And there's I don't know. I think it's okay to have like different platforms.
Yeah.
It's not very active, but we still have the WhatsApp, and it's active this week, and we're getting stuff done. And then, yeah, I don't know. I like the circle thing because then people don't have to be on Facebook, like join a Facebook group, and
Yeah.
I don't think you can be anonymous on there, which I like. But it's just one more thing for people to log into. So it's less of like a casual scroll and more of like, I want to share something specific.
Yeah.
And then I like the Signal chat.
Okay, first of all, like this, I'll just like check in with my viral tweet.
Oh, yes.
Going crazy and see where that's gotten us. Oh, lots of notifications. I see your easy bake oven made a perfect. Yeah. Let's see how many followers I have now. Yeah, 6,400. Oh, that's us right now.
That's us looking at this right now. Have you heard of us before?
No, I was just like, about the, yeah.
What it's all about? We're our honor. We're a veterinary nonprofit.
Yes.
Yeah. Take the stickers.
We work in a shelter, so.
Yes, this is my thing too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a
Which shelter?
but
A resource center?
Where's that?
Hillsborough County.
Oh, okay, I'm not from Florida, so but I'm licensed in Florida, so I'm always down to help. Oh, congratulations!
that's great.
Can I see your badge?
So the purpose of our whole organization is to advocate for animals from within the veterinary profession. So one of them is advocating against the breeding of brachiocephalic animals, addressing cruel practices like fur. I don't know if you've ever heard about ventilation shutdown. It's the most popular, I don't like that word, but it's the most widely used method of depopulation of farm animals, especially during disease outbreaks. So it involves sealing up the barns and pumping in heat and waiting for the animals to die over a long period of time. And it's approved by the AVMA, which is why companies are still able to use that. So we're encouraging people to take a button and show the AVMA that as a profession we're against this practice, because there are other options that are less cruel, faster, and the only thing standing in the way of producers from using them is the AVMA regulations.
That's great. Thank you. You know what? I'm gonna take one for friends.
Yeah, take one for friends too. Yeah.
Yeah. All the things.
Yes.
She is all the things.
And if you're on Instagram, follow us on Instagram.
It'll cycle through our QR code. I can pause it. She's like, yeah, that's our Instagram. That's Crystal's Instagram. And then this is the link to our live stream podcast called All Beings Considered.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
So yeah, 276,000 views and 2,700 likes.
This is funny.
Yes, take it.
Take one.
Post it and tell everybody.
If I scan your.
What
What is this?
Okay, we are our honor. We are veterinarians and veterinary professionals joining together to support animal advocacy campaigns like Veterinarians Against Brachycephaly. We're also advocating against ventilation shutdown. Have you heard of ventilation shutdown?
No.
That is the most common method of mass killing farmed animals during this avian influenza outbreak. And there are less cruel methods like using nitrogen gas or high expansion nitrogen foam.
Yeah.
But since the AVMA allows ventilation shutdown, billion-dollar corporations are able to get millions of our taxpayer money for ending the lives of their animals using this cruel method that involves sealing up buildings, pumping in heat, and waiting for the animals inside to die. And the AVMA has retaliated against us for advocating against ventilation shutdown. They barred us attending their Cargill-sponsored Humane Ending Symposium, barred us from tabling at their conferences, canceled my talk. Yeah, there's VMX.
And we're not even veterinarians.
I'm a veterinarian.
And I'm a fourth-year vet student.
So, yeah. But yeah, I'm still an AVMA member, so I can have a voice. But they continue to bully and retaliate against me and character assassinate me. And Gina,
All right.
thank you. Scanner. Okay.
I scanned both of them.
Okay, good. Good job.
So, is the most widely viewed, like, which platform do you feel is the reaches the most people?
I feel like, well, it's weird because Twitter does reaches the most people, but I feel like when you talk to the average person, they're not on Twitter.
Yeah, it's like interesting.
But I feel like the Twitter audience is a more important audience because they're usually journalists and influencers and things like that. So it is what it is. I'm trying to get my Instagram up, but the thing about Twitter is like Twitter, I feel like you have more engaged people who like connect with you better. Instagram, people are just scrolling and liking,
Yeah.
and they don't click on things, they don't like follow through.
Yeah.
But Twitter does.
Twitter requires the reading aspect of like you have to have read it to have engagement.
Yeah, and even like with my tweet, I feel like people are reading the tweet and not actually watching the video, given some of the comments that are being said. But I love this one. But like, yeah. But and it's great because like people will say, "Oh, congrats, #1 BS post of the year," and I say, "Grok, is that true?" If you know, Grok is the AI that will answer. I don't even have to defend my own argument. I
that's
just ask
amazing.
Grok to. And that's Grok is the expert. So. And this okay, Robert W. Malone, MD, opinion is not science. When I say I'm just stating facts here. He's got 1.3 million followers. Like, who are you?
He's a bioethicist. I wonder what he bioethicist is about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of like professionals.
Yeah, I feel like it's a better audience, even though I know like it's Elon Musk's like whatever hole. But I feel like there's more free speech. Stuff doesn't get censored as much as like on Instagram. If you have gruesome footage or something, they don't like to show it. But Twitter, they do. It's fine.
Yeah.
That's us right now.
That's us right now. How many people are watching the live?
Not very many. 40.
I mean, that's almost as many people as we've talked to.
Yeah. Just doubling our efforts. Hey, chat. Everybody who's watching, what do you think we should ask veterinarians? Oh Okay, so this is my social media. I already did the cat thing. I don't like that one. Okay, oh here, all I wanted to do, I know. There's one on the new cat study, the spay neuter laparoscopy.
Oh, yeah.
So, okay, so this is where it starts. The new study was just published. Blah, blah, blah. Let's see how long it is. Okay, so it's just basically to the end. So I want to just edit this section. So I'm gonna go. Have you heard of us? We are on we're veterinarians advocating for animal protection issues and support staff, nurses as well. So things like Veterinarians Against Brachycephaly. We want more people to normalize talking about the concerns with breeding brachycephalics. Yes. So please grab stickers. Oh, did you get scanned there? Okay. Have you heard of ventilation shutdown?
No.
Ventilation shutdown is the most common method of mass killing farmed animals during this avian influenza outbreak that we've had. More than tens of millions of poultry birds have been killed this way. And this is where they seal up buildings, pump in heat, and wait for the animals to die after many hours. The animals die of heat stroke. The AVMA allows this method, and there are less cruel methods like using nitrogen gas or high expanded nitrogen foam. The largest corporations, billion-dollar corporations like Jennie-O Turkey Store, Tyson, Cargill, Cal-Maine Foods, they're the ones using this method, and they have the resources to put plants in place to use less cruel methods. The AVMA just released their new guidelines for depopulation, or they will soon release their new guidelines for depopulation. They're still allowing ventilation shutdown, which means these billion-dollar corporations get millions of our taxpayer dollars when they kill their animals using AVMA-approved methods. So we are asking the AVMA to reclassify this as not recommended and advocate for methods like nitrogen gas, high expansion nitrogen foam. But instead, the AVMA has retaliated against us.
I was just looking at that.
Yeah. Can we scan your badge? Okay, all right. And they barred us from going to their Cargill-sponsored Humane Ending Symposium, barred us from tabling at their conferences, prevented me from speaking at the SABMEF Symposium. And so we are showing the AVMA, encouraging everybody to wear buttons and show the AVMA. The vast majority of us are against this method. And there's a bin poll of 3,000 veterinarians, and only 1.1% said ventilation shutdown was an ethical and humane method of depopulation. So that's a little of what we're doing, and we have this new online platform where we're encouraging people to get together and learn about all of these campaigns. And plus on social media too, we're on Instagram, are on our vets. Nice to meet you. Okay, so highlight, duplicate to composition, and then I'll go here, and I think it's right here, and I'll rename this. And I don't think our caption saved, so we're gonna add captions to this because it's easiest to do it. So, have you heard of us before?
No, I'm my sister. She's the best. Her on birthday.
Grab stickers for her.
I appreciate a way to spend it.
I know. They live in South Carolina, so AKA of she's been coming for like 30 years.
Oh wow!
Like every 5 years, it's kind of lands kind of close to my birthday or on my birthday. So yeah, it's not my first time. So, but I love the sticker. This is really cute.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, I guess it's on there now. Okay, so let's say we want to make something really engaging in the beginning of it. So when you say a new study was just published, actually, I'll make this a new scene, and maybe we could. And also, I need to remove the uhs and such. So you can just delete it. And when you delete it, like you delete the uhs as well. And I want to add. Hold on, let me upload that new OBH thing. That video. And if there's any talks you want to go to or something, like a totally
I forgot.
I guess it's already
A lot
in
of them
here.
are on a different thing. Oh, that's what I was struggling with. I needed to log into
Sutures or where's that study? I want to get a screen grab of it. Okay, so if I wanted to like add an image to this scene, so just in between these two breaks that I made, and to make a new scene, you just press that wherever you want. I just go like that, and that puts this above. And I always change the layer order to send backwards so that the captions come to the front. Hi. Have you heard of us? Otter. We are. Yes, we are a veterinary advocacy organization bringing together veterinarians and veterinary professionals to advocate for animal protection campaigns. So
I just need the QR.
Oh, sure, doing helping support vets against brachycephaly and improving the curriculum in veterinary schools so students graduate with more surgical training on animals who actually need surgery and improve access to care. Also, Veterinarians Against Ventilation Shutdown. Have you heard of ventilation shutdown? This is the most common method of mass killing farmed animals during this avian influenza outbreak. Tens of millions of poultry birds have been killed this way. They seal up buildings, pump in heat, and wait for the birds inside to die over many hours. They can do this because the American Veterinary Medical Association allows this method.
So how do you want them to do an alternative? Because you're asking them to spend a lot more money. So
Yeah.
I'm just being devil's advocate.
No, I know. We have answers. Okay, so the companies who are doing this are billion-dollar corporations like Hellmade Foods, Tyson, Jennie-O Turkey Store, and we want them to use high expansion nitrogen foam or nitrogen gas. And actually, for egg layers, this is a method that they should already have in place because at the end of lay, they have to depopulate those birds anyway. And we envision a future where they have spigots, nozzles throughout, and they can literally just turn a spigot to turn on the nitrogen gas. And I've talked to Jeff Hill, who works on these systems, and
The cost difference.
those exact numbers, I would have to talk to Jeff Hill, but these are billion-dollar corporations who have the resources.
I don't care if it's $1 billion or not. Okay, you have to come up with the costs. Okay, I'm not saying those animals are suffering. There are always better ways, but you also have to, when you're fighting for stuff like this, you have to have those costs in order to be able to say, get this done, and it's not going to cost any more than what you already are doing.
Well, what if it does cost more?
What?
What if it does cost more than just sealing up barns and pumping in heat? Should
I'm not
we?
saying what you're doing right. You have to have a plan to make it more.
And Jeff Hill, he's the expert. People are the experts out there already advocating for this. Many veterinarians who work in depopulation are advocating for this. They have those exact numbers, and I can point you to Jeff Hill and his depopulation plan. He has got those systems worked out, and it is beneficial for those producers because it's something that they should already be doing, and it requires a lot less labor than they're currently doing to depopulate those birds at the end of lay anyway. And there's no incentive to put these systems in place because the AVMA allows for ventilation shutdown. Which means that they get millions of dollars in bailouts for using those
Washington State.
less cruel
What year?
for using those more cruel methods like ventilation.
I play devil's advocate. I'm on the farming community. I'm not a farming vet or anything like
Yes,
that.
congrats.
I
I'm also
don't really like the idea of them suffocating like that. Okay.
getting close
But
to the end.
what are you going to do?
Have you heard about our honor?
Well, the small farmer doesn't use ventilation shutdown. The small farmer already uses less cruel methods because it's only the large, and we have all of the numbers on our website of the corporations who are actually doing ventilation shutdown, and it's always the largest ones. It's always the largest corporations using ventilation shutdown because it's the 5 million bird, 1 million bird systems. The small farmers are used to doing this in less cruel ways because they don't have the huge numbers of these. So they use like map carts. These are carts filled with CO2, and then they throw them in. Or they use water-based foam or something like that. And nitrogen foam is becoming more accessible for them too. But there are,
I don't get poultry stuff, so I just learned something new. So that's cool.
it's mostly the big billion-dollar corporations that are using ventilation.
Why doesn't the big corporations use the foam, for instance?
Right now,
Would be too expensive?
well, because the AVMA previously did not even mention nitrogen foam or nitrogen gas in their guidelines for depopulation, a lot of producers are still worried that the USDA will not give them indemnity payments because it wasn't even listed in the AVMA's guidelines for depopulation. Even though it's a method of euthanasia, it should totally be indemnified by the USDA, but because it was written in the population guidelines,
They say that
there was this question of whether they would even get bailout money if this was went, so they just didn't. And maybe that's been a known threat since 2015, and it's 2026 right now, and it's outrageous that all that time it took until the EVMA is going to release the new guidelines this month, and finally nitrogen foam and nitrogen gas are in the guidelines, but ventilation shutdown is still
longer as a
so the producers have even told some of the people working in depopulation, what should they even do nitrogen foam, because the activists are going to go attack nitrogen foam and nitrogen gas next. Because it's the right thing to do. Like, this is a less cruel method on the earth, and even less cruel than CO2. But
my school,
it's weird how those big corporations seem to just not care that much about well, and then just like the institutional inertia of like, this is the way we do it, and ventilation shutdown is efficient.
That's going on.
And it's to the point where they even don't even want to turn up the heat because it uses excess energy, so they keep the heat low, so it takes longer to cool the birds, just to save a little bit.
like cooking in a slow
Yeah, so some of what we
yeah,
do is
high temperature.
Which is why I think we have to mandate these things, because they're not always going to use the least expensive method. Unless the AVMA says, no, you're not allowed to use this method, you're not going to get indemnity payments.
I know, and it's so
They won't go for
it's
it.
not that
If it's mandated,
that are
they'll
born,
have
but we
to.
just need to know.
If they do, as in the government says it has to be that way.
Yeah, because that's what it is. Yeah, right now, the USDA looks to the AVMA guidelines for depopulation to determine who gets bailout money. And so the AVMA guidelines set government policy in that way. And the USDA didn't know anything. Partnered with the AVMA to create these guidelines. So that sets USDA policy.
We're just encouraging vets and professionals
The power that the AVMA has, and since they allowed ventilation shutdown, that just kind of became the default method for these large companies. Because it is. I think more of us have to reach out to our delegates here in AVMA member.
If you scan this QR code, you
I know, and that's all people say. Or just we're encouraging people to like wear the button and show everybody that, hey, the vast majority of veterinarians are against this, and just talk about it more. Like, you're writing op-eds about it and criticizing the AVMA's stance on this.
My thing is kind of fascinating. You want to reach out.
They still kill cattle the same
You
way
see any of
they
these
do.
issues
We
with
have done.
school and
And
your
it's always
education,
done
definitely
wrong.
reach out.
I know.
And
That and help change
they're still
the
allowing.
whole education program.
I understand that they try to, they try to bolt them as soon as that's going.
That should
I
be
need to
our
take it with me. I'm going to see how it's hot. We are meeting people. I'm never going to be.
It's always like making
vegan.
always on it.
Yeah, well, good on you. It's so important.
And the things are getting worse in a lot of ways. Like the pig slaughterhouse gas chambers. It was never a thing before. Us and even Temple Grandin advocated for cameras to be put in those gas chambers, and the AVMA refused to put it in their humane method slaughter guidelines.
Social media.
They refused to say that the producers should put cameras in their slaughterhouses. Even though many of us advocate for the AVMA to put that in. It's like, why?
We put it into the
A lot of interesting people. View a lot of different vets.
Yeah, they have the same nerve endings as
Yeah, actually, I talked to somebody who works in slaughterhouses. And I talked to Temple Grandin about this too, and she was worried nitrogen, is lighter than air. 70% of our air is nitrogen anyway. So it's hard. You need to just concentrate it enough to get the oxygen flow. because that's what causes them to go unconscious is the loss of oxygen. Where the CO2 burns their mucous membranes, that causes that air hunger. But the guy who works in the slaughterhouse is saying that the nitrogen gas actually with the colder air does sink down into the pits.
And it's all about a dog, and so I think it'll reach a lot of people.
So, and there's also things like argon, which could totally replace CO2 in the slaughterhouse.
Which is why we have a
So argon is more expensive, but nitrogen is less expensive and more available than CO2. So I think there is a possibility of making it. We have to get people talking about it and advocating for this.
2 years, but I'm pretty sure she's like.
So yeah, I'd love to connect with us, and we need to just have more discussions about this.
Thank you very much. I'm gonna look into it.
Yeah, please do. Thank you.
Nitrogen gas and then do their
Yeah.
so that's they're completely asleep. I took animal science. I took public health and all that shit where we had to go and watch them being killed. And I remember talking to my professor while we were watching these cattle get killed. It's like they're still switching. They're still arching their backs. How can you tell me that they're dead?
Yeah. I know I was always told like, oh, it's just a reflex. And then I learned, no, it's not actually.
It isn't. They have the same pain receptors. They have the same, it's like, so there has to be, and I really respect and, I didn't learn about her until maybe a year ago. I really respect her and everything she's done. And it's just really, maybe not to you guys, but to us old curmudgeons, but there's got to be, we've gotten euthanasia with pets down.
Yeah.
Unless you're really still using
gas and things.
Yeah.
well, not just gas, but what's the stuff that just paralyzes you?
Oh, succinil.
Choline.
Yeah.
And I worked for this guy. I was in a 3-year non-compete. I had to go work for this other guy while I was doing that, and I found a bottle. I was like, "What is this?"
Oh my
It's like,
God.
well, that's what we used to put. And I had so many of his clients say, "Oh yeah, he gave him a shot and then put him in my arms and he died right in front of me." I said, that animal's. I didn't say it to them.
Yeah.
But in my mind, I was like, "Oh yes, they're suffocating."
Oh, I love this.
Oh, thank you. Do you mind if I scan your? Have you heard of us before?
You get out there.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not. I didn't mean to be smart.
And I love actually, you're right, I should have the numbers more in front of me, and I think they're still so fluid right now that I don't know, and it's very hard in different facilities, but I just like to refer people to
It's our job as veterinarians to.
he has all the numbers, but
I've never why so many veterinarians like area I'm familiar with because I do that to us, but have everything they should be able to break that nitrogen.
Well, that's what we're here for. Our honor, we're a veterinary organization.
yeah, I think just so many people just don't know about it and aren't talking about it enough.
Students from within the.
I think everybody needs to
I'm a
should
vet student.
be advocating.
And
There's a lot more to
to
it, and so we're working on campaigns like ending brachiosepalism through.
I'm going to tell you another thing about brachiosepalism. I rescued
Oh yeah.
They have to have a C-section because there's no possible way for them.
Exactly. There's so many issues.
I work in a shelter and we've got so many Frenchies over the counter are in dystocia and have had prior C-sections and are in dystocia again, and for whatever reason the people can't afford it again, and so we get dogs and the puppies are dead, but we do an emergency spay and adopt her out to somebody else.
So let's just rescue them.
here and not
Exactly.
They absolutely
I actually see that thing, and she's like, "Oh,
And this,
I love it, but I can't post that sticker anywhere." It's like she feels like she
want to get
can't.
connected with
Right.
the
Yeah, so many of my clients are,
and then ventilation shutdown.
but I always say, I always tell them, it's like, oh, this is good, this is bad, but if this service has more open
Exactly, and they're just publishing their new guidelines.
I did not read this.
Here.
We do see section.
Are
I think we should spay them.
But I haven't seen it, but I know. Somebody that is what I consider do their health.
I've seen the video.
And
And so,
they're
and then I'm a vet student, so something
I don't just read my
through our honor,
is
ending the use of terminal laboratories for teaching. My school doesn't do it in small curriculum, but they do in the larger curriculum.
heart check. They have to have
When
their
I
eyes.
was
Yeah.
Yeah. What grades do you read?
Yeah.
So and I only breathe twice in their lifetime. They don't even get bread until they're about 2.5. The earliest to me, 3 is usually the first time I do it. And then I'm done.
You woke them up and then you can
Because I keep the next
Lived overnight.
wow.
Not even this, unless you can sit on it. Our dog that came
all my
Yeah.
potential
That's
owners.
awful. Well, thank you for speaking up, and yeah, please join us. And if you have any vet students in your life,
They owe me
we have a student ambassador program, and so trying to help students be able to bring in speakers and things. And, yeah, ending terminal labs.
Well, why'd you
I
breathe?
think the government side now.
Just thought it'd be fun. Like, oh hell no.
Yeah, they've been very pro
Why the
ending,
hell would you you know? I'm gonna breed them
and that's
myself.
how my school
Yeah.
justifies it. I go to Washington State
What are
University,
you
and
getting out of it?
they
Why?
they still euthanize
Like,
horses in part of their
These are the
terminal
terminal labs,
labs,
keep in
and
mind.
they
It's gonna
get these
cost
horses from
any,
USDA research
$2,000
on our campus. And they're like, well, they're going to euthanize them anyway.
Oh.
Use them, and I just don't think that's.
What are you gonna do if they need a C-section? Well,
In Washington State, there's actually a law that dogs and
have
cats
that
used to be
laid out.
adopted. So
You know,
if we
and
can
you
do
don't
that,
have to
if
have
we
that
can make that
C-section.
apply to all animals,
Are you gonna put that towards the dogs?
one at a time, we'll get there. So
You have a dog,
yeah,
gets into trouble.
I actually
You have that
suffered
money
that,
set aside. You know, it's
Forest welcome.
because of the kids.
Yeah, I grew up like my parents bred golden retrievers, Australian Shepherd, Border Collie mixes, and yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know, that
That's
breeder
so
has,
sad.
you got your dog.
Well,
your last dog.
yeah,
It had
I'd love for you to share your
problems
story
with the
on
kidney,
there,
and then you bought another golden retriever.
let more people
from the
know
same
what it
breeder.
was like, and why
He was
we're
using the same
trying
dogs,
to
and
not
now
let
this
it
dog has
continue.
allergies.
Well, it's improved. It's just kind of
Call that a good
place. A long ways to go.
Yes, and it's just become
Now
a lot
like
more
the shelters are full of these doodles now too. So many doodles and huskies, and yeah, it's
A friend of mine goes,
dogs.
Yeah.
They seem to think.
oh, you're gonna kill me. I'm like, you got doodles there too. I'm like,
I mean, they take care of them. Get them all. I actually
promote it for doodles. Yeah. No, yeah, somebody's talking to you.
yeah, again, I
Thank you for everything that
I love it. I love the debate, and it always makes me a stronger advocate when I hear these things. Because most people just hear it and go like, "Oh my God, this is horrible." Yeah, I love it. Yeah,
Thank
totally.
you so much.
Thank you.
That's a good string of bets.
Yeah, well, this is a little bit different than like vegan outrage, because she was like, I'm a meat eater, I'm always going to eat meat. And I'm like, okay, fine, let's just like talk about like doing it.
Yeah, not-
Like, I'm not
Not here to talk about that.
I'm just like, we don't have to talk about the fact that I envision a future where we don't have to. But
Yes. Hi.
have you heard of us?
I love that.
Yes, take it and show it off and normalize it, because there's so many people who are like, I love it, but I'm scared to put it on anything because just don't want to be controversial.
So far, no one seems to think it's controversial. I think we're all in agreement that it's fun. Well, and they're cute, but we need to not. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And have you heard of ventilation shutdown?
No.
This is the most common method of mass killing farmed animals during this avian influenza outbreak. Tens of millions of poultry birds have been killed this way, and they seal up buildings, pump in heat a method because the American Veterinary Medical Association says that it's a method that can be used. And the USDA looks to the AVMA guidelines to set policy and indemnity payments. So that means billion-dollar corporations, which are the ones who are using this, get millions of our taxpayer money when they use this method. Less cruel methods like nitrogen gas or high expansion nitrogen foam, which they should be putting in place. And the AVMA just released their new edition of the guidelines on depopulation. They will soon release. It's not released just yet, but any day now. And they still say ventilation shutdown is a tier 2 method for poultry, a tier 3 method for pigs. And they have retaliated against us for advocating against ventilation shutdown, barred us from coming to their Cargill-sponsored Humane Ending Symposium, barred me from tabling at the AVMA convention, barred me from speaking at the SAVA Symposium after my talk was accepted. They canceled my talk. They're kind of being very outrageous. They said that my presence would not allow for a safe space for producers to talk about depopulation methods when I've been nothing but professional in the way that I've been advocating against this. So we're just encouraging people to wear a button and show the AVMA that most vets and most veterinary sports staff are against using this method. So, thank you. I'd like to see some science here. This is back to how I do this. And I always, for these, I like to add a little animation to these things. So I always do Ken Burns, and I like to do the ouch, so it like comes into the focus. And I was gonna put a little video of the cat spay here. And I think it was this one. Let's see. Maybe, and we can always add, and I'll change the layer order to send backwards. We can, so I want to start it somewhere where it's a little more interesting. So something like this is a little more interesting. A new study compared law. What is the best way to get to cat spay? It's going to happen.
The issue I feel like is just there's a lot of vets who are not that good at spaying and neutering.
Yeah. If only there's something we could do about that.
Well, yeah.
Hello.
Hi. Yeah. It's wild.
I'm kind of exhausted. I don't want to talk to people anymore.
Know where the nearest restaurant is.
Oh, it's along that wall. I go back that way. Yeah. you heard of us? We are our honor. We are a group of veterinarians and animal professionals in general who are joining together to support various animal advocacy campaigns. Like, have you heard of Vets Against Brachycephaly? We're raising awareness about the harms of brachycephalic breeds and breeding brachycephalic breeds, which are the short-nosed dogs. Veterinarians Against Fur. We're raising awareness about the harms of the fur industry and ventilation shutdown. Have you heard of ventilation shutdown? This is the most can I scan your badge? The most common method of mass killing farmed animals during this avian influenza outbreak. So tens of millions of poultry birds have been killed this way. They steal on buildings, pump in heat, and wait for the animals inside to die. And it takes several hours. And this is a method that's allowed because the American Veterinary Medical Association says it's okay. And the companies that are doing this are billion-dollar companies who get millions of dollars of our taxpayer bailouts from the USDA when they kill their animals this way. And so the AVMA just released their new guidelines for depopulation, and they still allow ventilation shutdown. And there are less cruel methods like using nitrogen gas or high expansion nitrogen foam, which causes the animals to pass out in a few seconds and die a few minutes later. But producers aren't putting plans in place to use less cruel methods because the AVMA allows ventilation shutdown to be used. And there's just a poll on VIN. Do you know VIN, the Veterinary Information Network? It's a big platform. 3,000 veterinarians and only 1.1% said that ventilation shutdown was ethical and humane. So we're encouraging everybody to wear a button and show the AVMA that most of us are against ventilation shutdown. So. And feel free to take stickers.
We have a student ambassador program to help students advocate in their schools and bring speakers to come talk about various issues. So if you're interested, and then we have an online platform that's just a broader international community of vets and vet techs and vet students and pre-vet students and everyone in between to work together to address issues like this.
Thank you. So nice to meet you.
Can they ask any questions about
I want to dig out more of these ones.
We are. I feel like at least we got some really good content for social media.
Yeah.
Hello.
Wander by.
It was SeaWorld at 45.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I wanted to. I missed that one. That one was. Ooh. Oh, that one's happening right now. Field assessment and in-clinic care. This will be good for like just like assessing welfare.
OCCC South. It's 405.
It's 2:30. basically that room is where all just stay in that room, and that's where all the
Terry Norton Turtle Hospital.
I do like turtle wound management.
OCCC South.
Yeah, where are all the different rooms?
VMX.
But you can also watch them from here. There's like login.
Like that looks just watching a dog. I kind of wonder what would happen if somebody just had a giant pro vegan booth. Yeah, like what kind of conversations would we have there?
Why is it like? I mean, maybe they are, but it's Wild Earth and V Dog. Why aren't they here?
Have you heard of us?
No.
We're veterinarians and animal professionals joining together to advocate for various animal protection campaigns, like Veterinarians Against Brachycephaly, Veterinarians Against Fur, and have you heard of ventilation shutdown? Ventilation shutdown is the most common method of mass killing farmed animals during this avian influenza outbreak. They seal up buildings, pump in heat, and wait for the animals inside to die. There are less cruel methods like nitrogen gas and high expansion nitrogen foam, but because the American Veterinary Medical Association allows for ventilation shutdown, these large corporations don't have to put plans in place to use less cruel methods. And so the AVMA is releasing their new guidelines for depopulation any day now. And it's expected that ventilation shutdown will continue to be a method they will allow. And this means that these billion-dollar corporations continue to get millions of our taxpayer money to bail them out when they use this method to kill their animals. So Then also did a poll of more than 3,000 veterinarians and found that only 1.1% of veterinarians think it is an ethical and humane method of depopulation. So we are asking the AVMA to reclassify this as not recommended, but they have bullied and retaliated against us for advocating. I'm a veterinarian. They barred me from attending their Cargill-sponsored Humane Ending Symposium, prevented us from even tabling at the conference, and prevented me from speaking at the SAVMA Symposium even after my talk was accepted. Yeah, so not cool. So what do you think?
That's terrible.
Yeah.
I would be interested in learning about about everything that you do.
Yeah. This is like kind of our online platform you can join, and you can read about all the different campaigns we support. Also on our website, and we're on social media as well, and you can follow us on social media there. Yeah.
Great.
But ourhonor.org is our website.
I hope you make progress.
Yeah. And feel free to take a button and show everybody, and that people are wearing in stickers.
Yeah, thank you so much.
A little bit
Ma'am,
bigger.
yes, and
Yeah, absolutely.
it's about time for that afternoon sugar.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Anyway,
Hey, talking after I've eaten, my mouth is all watery. We're gonna spit in her face.
Just drool.
This only shows the expo part.
You can like watch them live.
Some of them, no.
Not all of them.
Okay, south is that way. Figure it out. OCC South. And those are the rooms. On the second floor.
Caring for champions and surviving show season.
What species? Oh dear. Oh my God. I really want to go to that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to this. Same time. Oh. Of course, they're. These are great.
Yes. Take a sticker.
About the I think it was in the UK where they've got a whole like a
Yeah.
quantifiable. This isn't acceptable. Like,
Yeah. This is our. We kind of use that graphic in the background of that.
oh my god, it is.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Oh my god.
Yeah. So please take stickers and
Oh my gosh.
advocate. And can we scan your badge, please?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. Heard of us before?
No.
We're veterinarians and students and animal professionals joining together to support various animal advocacy campaigns. And since you're a student, we also have like a student network, and we want students to come invite us to speak at schools and
Yeah, on the backside, we have a whole student ambassador program where we'll help support lunch and learns and speakers, and the students just really have to organize the students at their school to be there at a time for someone to come. And
But it's not about drugs. It's about us.
yeah,
And us advocating for our patients.
wow,
Very, yeah.
Thank you. This is really important.
Yeah, thank you.
Cheers.
this is another vet nurse.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna shut down this live stream.
Perfect.
And I want to go to the dairy talk.